tell the listeners a little something about who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay, my name is Danny Petersen. I'm the father of Daniel, stays named Danno. We're from Cape Town, South Africa originally, but we now live in Johannesburg since 2015.
Yeah.
And I've been his father, I've been his manager, I've been his damager. That for the last 16, 17 years. And it's just been a great privilege for me to be his father so far, and spending time with him as a child and also on stage.
Wow, for real. Respect to you both, definitely. And what is it that you guys do? What do you actually do? Tell the listeners.
Well, I'm definitely, I guess, we are performers and we are musicians. I play the drums, my dad plays, he plays the percussion. And sorry, what time is it now? Is it in the evening for you guys?
Yeah, it's 8:02 here in the UK.
Good evening to us.
Blessings.
And we are. We just, we play full time, and we just love what we do.
Yeah.
And just something that we breathe, something that we live for. And this year has been crazy. 2020 has been crazy. Moving into 2021, we haven't been able to. I guess everybody hasn't been able to do exactly what they've always been able to do. But we always look at the bright side of things and how we can turn the positive side of the negatives.
Definitely. How did you guys both get into the drums and the percussion? How did it all start, the journey for you two?
Okay, it's always been, I've been a professional touring drummer. In fact, I played a lot in London.
Okay.
Several performances at the Tricycle Theatre in Kilburn.
Okay.
So that was one of my hangout spots where I used to come and perform. And so I was always a touring drummer, but my wife and I lost 4 children to miscarriages before Daniel was born.
Wow.
So when he finally was born, for me it was just such a great opportunity to finally become a father that I actually went into retirement. I stopped playing drums full time.
Wow.
And I just with dad. And I continue with my djembe, continue doing workshops, continue doing global workshops and getting companies to bring healing through music, within organizations. And for me, I was a professional drummer, but it was great to just, get away from stage and just be a dad and just get this opportunity to be a father,
Definitely. First of all, my condolences. I know losing 4 kids is still sad, you know what I mean? And obviously, young man, you're a blessing to your family.
Yeah. So I think, it's just great to, and you know what, for me and my wife was literally to find out, because Daniel's arrival was prophesied that God is going to bless us with destiny change children.
Yeah.
It was really to find out what is this child's gift, what is his purpose? Why did he make it and the others didn't? It was literally a way of, for me, it was really a burden to try and find out how can I help him to find his purpose in life,
Yeah.
And then I came home one day, he was about 14 months old, and he was playing my drum kit without any lesson, a year and 2 months, with diapers and a dummy, a pacifier in his mouth. And I was like, what is happening?
Wow.
And Daniel's first song that he played, Georgia on My Mind, a Gerald Albright recording. And I couldn't believe how he knew how to play the entire song on his right cymbal. And when the song was finished, he knew how to crash it out. I was like, but this child has never seen done this, how does he know?
Yeah.
And I just to let this be. And when I really just realized what Danno's capability were at the age of 2 is when he was splitting a rhythm. He would play a 4/4 timing with his right hand.
Wow.
He played big timing with his left hand simultaneously. and he would use double bass pedal and combine it all 4 limbs at the same time. And I was like, oh, whoa, what is this? And that is when I realized, okay, God help me to steer this gift because I don't have all the answers. I've been a son for many fathers, so I need guidance as to how to raise. But you know what? Raising a gifted child is not easy because we had to know to a lot of what perhaps could have been very important engagements for Danno, because some of the engagements didn't come during weekends. It came through during the week. You know? And we still want our child to be a child and not someone's puppet who's on stage every weekend, you know, and make money of him because he's this great kid that can play drums. But we wanted to make sure that he's a child first, he's our child first.
Yeah.
And he meets all his milestones. I mean, one thing that was challenging for me was he couldn't speak until he was 6 years old.
Wow.
Started speaking a week before his 6th birthday, you know. So for me, it was, okay, this is horrible because, you know, all the other children can speak, but why are you not speaking? And my wife quickly said, well, because he speaks through his music, so let him be.
Yeah.
You know, and that realize that never measure your child against any other child. We are all run within our own lane. We're all running our own races. So let him develop at his pace, at his time. And you know what? At the age of 4, Daniel became the youngest global endorsed drummer for Yamaha. But he didn't speak. At the age of 5, he played at Mandela's, at President Mbeki's Freedom Day.
Wow.
And his break, I could say, was playing President Mandela's birthday party, the big 90th birthday party. So, you know, these were great things that happened early in his life. But speaking was never one of his fortes. So we had to look at a child that speaks through singing. Because if you want to use it, that it makes when he opens a can. But it was an amazing experience and it's also a humbling experience for me, because now I have to be so in tune with this boy to understand him and to do the best out of him, you know?
Definitely. And so, why do you think, for both of you, why is it the drums that's been your calling?
That is a good question. I think it's always been there since when I was born. And first gift that was ever given to me is when I was and my dad bought a pair of drumsticks. And so I guess from that on, you know, it's kind of just steered me in that direction. I think also it's because I have so much fun.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know, people think a calling cannot be fun, or you can't have passion for it and joy for it. But you know, this is something that I enjoy doing every time I play. You know, every time I think about it, I can think about beats right now, but definitely, it's just so much fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know, joy on other people's faces. You know, me playing, and you know, I can't speak for my father, but I think it's us all as musicians that it's a certain kind of thing that we can all feel when we're on that stage, performing for others, showcasing our talent. You know, it's always bringing love and showing passion and showing how much work and how much time we put to show, to make an amazing show. Yeah.
Definitely. You know, who inspires you both? Who, like, your influences, and who inspires you?
You know, I've had many mentors in my life.
Okay.
Like, a guy that's been, consistent in terms of what I always look up to is my father.
Yeah.
Just the way he carries himself. the way he's been able to steer our family in a certain direction that benefits us all. You know, he always worked tirelessly for us, and you know, it's very selfless.
Yeah.
And you think about how I can be in terms of my character, things I can work in myself, and it's definitely always something always opens up my eyes. But also another guy that I look up to is my grandfather, Petersen the first, the guy that started all of this.
Wow.
And you know, he still plays his saxophone, he still writes his motive. Like, he's about 83 now? 84. 84.
Wow.
You know, he's just a proper jet, you know, and he's a cool guy, you know, and I can't really fault him. He's a ladies' man. So, I mean, he's got it all, and you know, I'm just proud that these people.
For me, my biggest inspiration is my father.
Okay.
I grew up watching my dad conducting big choirs and orchestra, and I just wanted to be. You know, since I opened my eyes and I could see music and see my dad, I thought he was one of the biggest guys in the world until someone one day guessed my entire hopes that my dad is not a big person. And she said, "Oh, that small guy walking there." I was like, he's not. He's not. He's big because in my eyes, he's this giant.
Yeah.
And he's so. My father's a family person. To family first, nothing else.
Yeah.
God and then church and family.
Definitely.
So I grew up with a father who cared about me and my siblings. He didn't have favorites. My dad didn't have favorites. We are 7 children. We were all equal, you know.
Yeah.
But we all had a certain love that we all felt coming from him. And I always said, if I could be 10% of my father, I'll be a successful father. You know, I'm not even aiming for 15 or 20.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Because my dad is just, you know, and I'm saying to myself, that is how important a father is, because a father changes the direction of an entire generation.
Definitely.
Because if my dad was one of the biggest gangsters on the Kat-a-lyst in South Africa, and I would have been one of the top gangsters today, knowing how good I am at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, because I saw my dad and I wanted to be like him. Thank God my dad is not that person.
Yeah.
Now, why we're having all these kids or grown-ups who are astray, what total things that's uncommunity-like. Because I never had the experience of a father that I had. Why do you think our communities are so broken?
Yeah.
Because of fathers. I mean, if your father is in jail all your childhood, what do you have? Who do you have to look up to? Who is guide you? You know?
Definitely.
So this entire event for us is about, and our hashtag, which I really hope you would help us trend on in the UK, is fathers to be. Because and one of the narratives that we're putting out is, if a father is present in a boy child's life from birth, since birth, in mind, body, and soul, the child grows to be a complete different person. That child will end up playing a good, being a good citizen, father himself, because we will then not need 16 days of against women and child abuse, because the child is raised, you know.
Definitely.
And And for us, it's really about, there's so many fathers that's listening to me right now who's doing an amazing job already. And big ups to you all, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I know the value of a great father. But then there are fathers who are listening to me right now and say, but I didn't have that dad. And to those guys, the dad that you picture you want to have as a child, you now have that opportunity to be that father for your boy child. You know? And that is really our narrative that we really want to drive strongly through. And we're going to play for 12 hours. I mean, I've never played this long. You know?
Definitely.
I mean, 12. I am not 25. My son is 8. I'm 51. How am I going to get through 12 hours? But the mere fact that I know that what is the cause, why are we doing it? Because that's the first narrative that we're driving. The second narrative, through this event, we want to raise as much as possible to help struggling musicians. Because none of the musicians were able to earn a living because of COVID, lockdown. So nobody were able to do anything. So the hardship, the pain that families have gone through in terms of home, you know, where do you buy food, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So really want whoever's listening to us now, you don't have to wait for the event to start donating to the Daniel Petersen III Foundation. You can start right away on our website. So we really want to raise and help other struggling musicians. But then also there's the first responders, the healthcare workers who died.
Yeah.
Because they in our lives, you know. It's great to hear that your father and mother's a hero. But if you were a youngster, you don't want a hero, you want your mom back. You want your dad back.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to tell how great your mom is. Yeah, it's great to you. You alive. My mom is dead. You know. So we really want to help those families struggling right now who lost their first responders, their loved ones, because they were fighting to save our lives. So that is the purpose of this event, and we really want to bring healing, Danno and I. And our motto is one at a time. Our world is being dumped into darkness, you know, and there's a depressing feeling everywhere you walk. I mean, we are not musicians, are like people. We like hugging. We are people of life, you know.
Yeah.
All about us is joy, bringing happiness. All of a sudden, we walk around with masks and everything pressed, and not something that we are used to. So for the next 12 hours, starting this event on Saturday the 3rd, we want to bring joy back, bring happiness. We want to bring back hope. We want to make sure that people understand that how important it is that we cannot live without musicians. We cannot live without music. We cannot live without the arts. This is something that is really changing our life. It makes us happy. It transports us from a sad space. And that is basically what we want to do. And we're bringing in several musicians to help us on this day. We have different genres, different artists that's coming in. So it's happiness. Daniel, do you want to add something on that?
Yeah, I mean, music is integral to any kind of society.
Yeah.
Intrinsic in culture. I mean, I guess you can look immediately if you look at the Caribbean. What you think is reggae? That is built into the culture. That's what we associate. Now imagine the Caribbean without reggae music.
No.
It's
impossible. It's impossible.
Exactly. It's how can you think of that? And then really music is intrinsic, but I guess it we put on the side. A lot of people don't tend to view it as important, but the truth of the matter is that music is, important, as you can see, accounting. Because we all need to be able to count our money, but we also need to be able to, just experience joy.
Yeah.
But sometimes music will definitely carry on and speak in a language that when I, and a lot of times I found myself in those moments where I didn't have the right words to say it, or how I'm feeling, or what I'm thinking. But music definitely opened up that door.
Yeah, definitely. And how have you both been practicing? How do you go about practicing for a 12-hour shift, I suppose?
It's basically practicing a lot of hours every single day, and our weekends would be our breaks.
Yeah.
But basically, not to just pound our body. We're thinking of this as as an endurance race.
Okay.
I'm gonna sprint at this time. Okay, now I'm gonna just relax. I'm gonna coast. And so we also build our music, our sets in such a way as well. But basically, we are not practicing 12 hours a day because then our body is not going to be able to rest or recover, next. So we will maybe practice 6 hours, then we'll practice 8 hours, and just basically listen to our bodies. But we also have a full team behind us. We have a medical team also. Medical, they've been looking after us, making sure our maintenance as well, our heart pressure and everything we need.
Yeah.
Okay, a dietitian is also so fueling our body the correct way. It's a lot of planning. Think of it like a fight camp.
Yeah.
We weeks out, we are planning. This is our game plan. This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna attack it.
Yeah.
And really, it's really cool outside our comfort zone. It's one thing to just play for 12 hours, but it's another thing to entertain.
Yeah.
And that's why it's of being a concert is a fun thing, because there will be different sets. There will be a jazz set. We'll have a reggae set. We'll have African music. We'll have tributes to our past fallen heroes in South Africa. And it's just that's so much fun. As I've been also just been whispered into my ear, it is today's Bob Marley's birthday. It's just across the world, so happy birthday!
Yeah, it was on the 6th. It was on the 6th of February, and it was a huge celebration all over the world for Bob Marley.
Yes, so happy belated birthday then.
Yeah, I hope you guys do a little something, man, with Bob. Is that on the pipeline?
Most definitely.
Yeah, we have an entire reggae set.
Yeah.
We have an entire reggae set on the event as well. So we have Don Dada. It's just going to be so really going to celebrate the life of Bob Marley.
Yeah.
And what reggae is, that has really influenced our lives. And we're really excited. So it's going to be everything for everyone.
Yeah.
It's going to pay tribute to Yuma Sikela, Maria Makeba, Donas Gwanga, and now the latest Sibong Gino. So we have a tribute set. But also I would pray, Danno and I have this belief that we should celebrate while they are alive.
Yeah, definitely.
So many are alive, but they are not being celebrated.
Yeah.
It's the media is all over. Everybody want to get a piece of the celebration. But when the people were alive, why didn't we celebrate it?
Yeah.
And us, it's great we need to bring homage and we need to celebrate our fallen heroes. But also, we have a lot of heroes that are alive, and we should celebrate and enjoy and really pay homage to them so that they can see the flowers. Because when they're dead, they can't see any flowers. We really just are so excited on this day in February just to go out there and bring the first live concert to 2021, and it's going to be SABC. South Africa is our national broadcaster. They've got over 30 million daily viewers.
Wow.
And radio, they've over 25 million a week. And they came on board to say we want to support this initiative. So we have really good people. We have Mitch Mitchum, he's from Premier Eds, and this woman is another angel. This came into our life. This sisters and that in terms of. So yeah, it's everybody knows. Even the musicians who came on board to do this, everybody's jumping on and saying, "Hey, I want to be part of this. How can I help? How can I spread?" So instead of we employing 5 musicians and pay them, we're spreading the love over almost more than 30 musicians and make sure everybody can eat and everybody can take something on the night.
Definitely. One thing I love as well about this event is I can feel the love between the both of you. And I like the name of the event, which is Heartbeat. I like that.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Look, I think we are all born with our heartbeats, and that's our first introduction to music.
Yeah.
And we sometimes allow other people that's influential to take us away from our journey. And so many people I know got told that they can't sing to save their own, and yet they are brilliant singers. Because we allow people to take their joy away from us. So this is all about love, and which better day to do the day of love, which is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So we're going to share our heartbeat. We're going to share our music. We're going to share love today. So heartbeat, literally what connects Danno and I, by the heart, and that is what it is about.
Definitely. And I know yourself, young man, you're going to study in the USA.
Yes, I'm going to study at manufacturing school.
You're studying, really?
Well, I'm already studying, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already studying. Why am I saying I'm going to? Yes, I am busy studying right now. Remote classes, but yeah, I'm just so excited to go there in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be living on my own for the first time, so I mean,
Wow.
that's gonna be in a completely different country.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's gonna be a wild ride.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly excited to meet people, to just jam.
Definitely. I wish you the best for that, definitely. And you'll have to update us and let us know how you get on.
We'll do.
Definitely. And what's next for you guys? I know you guys are doing this fantastic event, and I want you to tell the listeners how they can log on to the event, how they can donate, those sort of things, just so that they have it fresh in their memory.
Yes, and so how you can log on and check out the event. As my dad, he mentioned it a little bit earlier, but you can check out my website at www.danno, which you spell DANNO, drummerboy.com, and everything you need to know about the event will be there. On social media, will be there such as my Instagram. It's Danno Petersen, and my dad is Danny69LP. Very simple names.
Yeah.
But straight to the point. Everything you need to know will be there, and you can check that out now. And you can even donate now if you want.
Yeah.
Into our foundation, which will be supporting all the musicians and the frontline workers as well.
Definitely.
And also, if you want to use PayPal, PayPal is linked to my email address, which is Danny. Daniel, perhaps you can just type it in, danny.jmb@gmail. And I will type it in for you just so that you have it as well. It's danny.jmb@gmail.com. So that's linked to our PayPal account. So if your listeners want to do PayPal, wherever they're listening to us right now, they could just go onto our email address and they can then just make a donation, and that will also then, because that account is linked to the Daniel Petersen III Foundation bank account. What is next for the Petersens?
Yeah.
Danno, my wife and I have already written a proposal, because we believe when we had this challenge with Dan, it's a few years old, we never had someone that we could ask, but you had gifted children. Can you help us to help raise them now? You know, we didn't have someone, so everything was trial and error. For example, we had to rewrite Danno's entire schooling curriculum.
Wow.
At grade 5 was Daniel's last year of formal school. At the age of 11, he became the youngest university student in Africa. You know,
Yeah.
and he qualified to teach at the age of 13 through Trinity College in London. He passed his grade 8 music qualification through Trinity at the age of 13, and he got a distinction, you know.
Wow.
But it was, we as a family had to decide and say, but what is Daniel's major? What is his happy space? What child happy? And then whatever else around that happy space.
Yeah.
And I can tell so many children right now, whether you're 2, 3, or 5 or 10 years old, you are telling your parents. Are you listening? Are they tuned to hear what you are telling them? So what we're going to post the event is we're going to do retreats where we're going to take families, we're going to take couples out, single parents. We're going to take them on a retreat in Africa. We're going to have places, we're going to have stuff in Europe, do in North America. And we're going to literally take them out and have a 2-day retreat.
Wow.
Where we're going to share our stories about that. Because a lot of people ask us, how did you say yes? No to? And we decided to put all the program and start helping other parents, because every child is the child.
Yeah.
You just need to find out where that gifting is. For example, we declined respectfully to play at President Barack Obama's first inauguration. We were invited by one of the senators. And upset with us, how could the first black president? But you know, we look at what is important for them at the time. If we said yes, he would his first day of school, the first year to go to school with other children.
Yeah.
And he hasn't spoken for years. What is important for him at his milestone? So you look at your child. So Danno and going to New York is for us really to help other parents, and easier for them than it was for us. So all of the information will be on his website, dannodramaboy.com.
Wow, respect. And you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure to actually listen to the love that you have between each other. I think that bond will never break. And I wish the absolute best for your future. I think it's going to be a great one. Definitely. And, you know, people are asking me if you wouldn't mind playing a little something. But I'm guessing it's late in South Africa at the minute.
It's almost 11 o'clock at night.
The listeners don't care. The listeners don't care.
Yeah, but you know, there's some Daniel. I don't know how many hundreds of songs this kid has written.
I think. Everything, again, coming back to the websites, everything you need is there. There's clips of me playing there. There's clips of my pops and I. We're both just playing. You know, you will find anything.
But also tell them about where they can find your music also.
Yeah, you can find it on Spotify, find it on Apple Music, anywhere, you know, that that streams music.
Yeah.
Danno?
It's just under my name, Danno Petersen.
Okay.
And you see my mug, you see that. Not this. And and then you'll know it's the right gems. Yeah.
Definitely. And I hope maybe tomorrow or whenever you're free, if you can do a little video for me, bigging up us, bigging up DJ Kat, because I'm going to be sharing this out, definitely.
Oh, that would be great. And even if you guys can support, subscribe to the YouTube channels and our Facebook, not Facebook, we're so old school with Facebook, but Instagram, etc.
Yeah, definitely. YouTube, everything. I'll be plugging that, pushing it out for you, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. And of course, any final thoughts you want to say to the listeners before we go?
I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come into your lives today evening. And let's heal this world one beat at a time.
Yeah, I like that. You know what? I wish you both absolutely good luck for the event, but in the future as well. And keep me posted. Anything you want shared, in particular, any videos you want shared for the listeners, let me know, and I will definitely put them out there. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Anytime.
We really did it. Thank you to all your listeners for having us. Thank you for having us.
Anytime.
And just be something to, I guess, just an old African family. It takes a whole village to raise a child.
Definitely.
And more important now than ever. We're not being able to stay connected, physically, but we grow into the digital age. It doesn't mean we lost our connection.
Yeah.
That's what we have around us. As humans, this is how we've always progressed. We've used what's our surrounding adapted, and let's not be ashamed of who we are. Love who we are, and let's make this world a better.
Definitely.
In closing for me, I think Danno also has a sister. Her name is, and the two of them are like twins. They're literally 14 months apart.
Wow.
So Robin grew up in front of Danno's bass drum, and she's an amazing dancer and singer. Yeah. And that's also a surprise for the viewers who's going to watch on the day.
Okay.
Because on the last hour will be Petersen. No band, the Petersens, and Robin has prepared on Danno's songs a few dance moves for choreography for that. So you all will be able to see Dan on that day performing. But as I always say to people, I'm not raising a star, I'm not raising a celebrity. I'm raising someone's husband.
Yeah.
I'm raising someone's father. And I have to show the boy how to behave as a husband, father. And that is basically what it's all about. So peace and love to you all. Love and light to all of you. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. You both are definitely welcome. And if your daughter wants an interview, then she's also welcome. You're part of the family now, for real.
Absolutely. Perhaps we can do something with her just before the event, and you can have a chat with her.
Definitely.
Let us know when you're on your stories, and again, if you will raise something. Maybe Robin can do a post-event with you also.
Yeah, definitely. And I have a few South African listeners. How do you say hello and goodbye in South African?
Goeienaand.
Okay.
Goeienaand, and dit was lekker.
Wow. I like that.
We have about 11 official languages.
I was just going to say, which one is that?
That's one of them.
Okay, and which one was that?
That was Afrikaans.
Okay.
Goeienaand. It sounds more Dutch,
Yeah.
Dumelang. That's Zulu. That is Zulu.
Wow, we're going through the list, man. Wow, people are smiling, they're loving that vibe. Like I said, it's been a pleasure, speaking with you both, and I just hope that the future is very bright for you both.
Thanks for you too. All the best for you in your career and your family.
Blessings for real. And we'll speak again soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good rest of the evening.
Have a better one.
Thank you.